Hello everyone, this is Dion Soul. How you guys doing? We are currently sitting in the Eclipse 550. This is a freeware aircraft that has been made by Hasser, and Hasser has a big old long name about this long that I can't pronounce, so I'll just say Hasser, because my English is not my first language. My English is Slanglish. So at any rate, we are in the 550 here, and my Solus Airways paint scheme. We're currently on the ground here in Whiteman Airport in actually in San Fernando Valley, here in Southern California, and we're going to get ready to take off, taking 5 passengers to Big Bear Lake, and this is basically the route that we're taking. There is Whiteman Airport. I already got the ATIS earlier. And so we're going to zip around here. I tried to consolidate my time the best I could. And then we're just going to go a little short flight over into Big Bear up in the mountains. And there is Big Bear City right there. So we should be good to go. And this is pretty much our route. I've already... I'll get back in here in the GPS. I've already pre-programmed the GPS. Actuality, I was doing it on another video, and then I realized that I didn't have my microphone turned on, so I was pretty annoyed by that. And so I had to basically, you know what, instead of redoing this all over again, I'll just do it in mainstream. And so I apologize. You guys didn't get to see me program all this information in there, but it's kind of boring, and I'm sure some of you who watch these videos, they do it yourselves, so you already know how to do all this stuff. So at any rate, so there's our stuff in the FMC, and I'll go ahead and hit accept, and hopefully everything goes okay as planned. Legs, we'll go back to legs, and good to go there. Let's close that back out. We're on the SimBuddy network, and I'll zip over here to SimBuddy real quick. And with SimBuddy, we've got the virtual airlines tab open that anybody can use right now while it's in alpha stage. And I created my own virtual airlines. It's a small airport, difficult because I only have 250 million, and it costs 250 million just to get you started in one airport. And then, so realistically, you only have 500 or 150,000 money to play with after you spend your first one. So I'm working my way to get to 200,000. So I'm able to buy double my income by getting 10 passengers instead of the current 5. We are currently, and because I'm using the Eclipse 500, basically currently the way SimBuddy has got it worked out right now, the Eclipse 500 is the most bang for your buck. It's $30,000, and is how he's got the pricing structure set up. And you get the fastest and the mostest and the bestest for that. And so everybody that creates a small airline, as of right now in this alpha stage, is probably going to go right to the Eclipse, just because, one, you get a free aircraft, or if you go to the org store and download it, and also it's not a bad aircraft. It's fast, so, which is a good thing. So we'll zip on over here. We won't go too much detail into this right here because they'll balloon this video out too much. I've already accepted a flight already, and you just go right over here to fly, and you can see my rating of my company right now, which is not bad. I suck, but still, that's okay. I get better over time. This is really based on a lot of factors, but the big factor is your he's got everything based on your sync rate. If you're really coming in hard and fast and make a lot of bumps and stuff, then the higher the negative higher number this is, the less this is going to be, and for comfort for your passengers. It is what it is. But anyway, so here's the flight that we're going to do: Whiteman Airport to Big Bear City, and as you saw on the other thing, so we're good to go there. So SimBuddy's okay, and then we'll go back over here to the right monitor. And the right monitor I put in 30 minutes, and I actually put in an hour and a half of fuel, but I only have the flight time for 30 minutes. And the reason why is so I can speed these guys up right here in serving drinks, food, and the in-flight entertainment. You are really having to because this is an alpha, you got to play games with the. They're getting annoyed because they're already down to 89% because I haven't moved yet, and I've been sitting here on the taxiway here for about 10-15 minutes already, and so yeah, like I said, this right here also has to do with the fact that these guys are getting pissed off. So it is what it is. Now I've already loaded the passengers onto the airplane, so I'm going to tell them to have a seat, which I got to go over here on this window, and then I'm going to tell the stewardess.
Doors to automatic and cross-check.
So they're doing the automatic cross-check thing, which I got to time that to find out what it is because everything has a bearing on this on this right here. So as soon as this is done, I'll tell them to prepare for takeoff. And again, all of this stuff right here.
Captain, doors are set to automatic and cross-checked.
Now
Flight attendants, prepare the cabin for takeoff.
I'm preparing the cabin for takeoff, and I'll click on the music just to make them happy. Now I need to go over here on the other monitor and make sure that the audio is turned down. I need to turn down the audio while this thing is loading up to about 10%. The music is not extremely annoying, as it can be. All right. So that's good. So we got this going on right here. So let's turn up me just a little bit so I'm not overmodulated too much. And while this is waiting for this to get done here, make sure everything else is checked and ready to go.
Captain,
all
the
right.
cabin is secure.
The cabin is secure. Passengers are seat belted. We'll seat belt them.
Flight attendants, seats for takeoff.
I'll go ahead and close the doors, which I should have done while they were securing the doors. My timing wasn't too good on that. We'll go ahead and hit the navigation button right here, and there, that goes away. Taxi lights on. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start the engines first, then I'll turn the taxi lights on. That was just to let the guy know that's fictitious guy, the pretend guy that's sitting right here saying that we're about ready to take off. The marshaller. So, without further ado, I don't think there's anything stopping me. From taking off right now. I'm just going to hit the button. Still sounds like the same for turboprop. That's right. Now that that's coming up to speed. Brakes are still on, right? Yeah, brakes are still on. Okay. And I need to go over here on my other thing, turn this back to N1. Good to go there. I'll turn the generator on. Generator is on. We'll start number 1. The other one was number 2, so this is number 1. Alright, get that settled down. Go ahead and throw on some taxis. And I'll throw the other generator on here in just a second. Okay, it's starting to settle out, so generator 1 is going on, so we're good to go there. We're only going 11,000 feet, so let's make ourselves 1,200. That's fine as far as our transponder. Alright. So the next course of action is turn all my goodies on. Preset my indicated airspeed to 180 knots first off. The hard part's trying to keep, or 190 is fine. Trying to keep everything under control. This airplane's a fast little airplane, and you'll see when I start flying this thing that I suck at it, but you know what? Can't help it. I do what I can. I can only do what I can do. Okay, everything is on. We're all good to go there. We'll turn on the landing lights and the strobes once we get to the thing. Let's just check one more time.
Whiteman Information Golf.
Yeah, see the
2000 Zulu weather.
They changed the
Wind
runway
light
on
and
me.
variable. Visibility 10.
310, still the
Sky
same.
clear. Temperature 11. Dew point 9. Altimeter 3010. Arriving runway 12. Departing runway 12.
All right, fine. They changed it to runway 12, so that's not a disaster, but like whatever. Release parking brake. Let's go ahead and increase it. Give ourselves a little bit of juice. So I hope everyone is doing well. Been doing fine. Been taking care of my dad. My dad regrettably contracted colon cancer, and since for the last 3 weeks he's been in the hospital, and it's been some trying times for me because I've lost my mom to ovarian cancer 3 years ago. So as you may have guessed, now I am at high risk. So I'm in the process of weaning myself away from sugar and changing my diet so I can limit my intake for myself of sugar, and I just started that in the last few days here, so it's going to be a while. I'm not going hardcore, just kill the sugars. I can't do that because I'll go crazy, so I just got to wean myself away with it over time, and I am 51 years old, so it's time for me to go get checked out. And but like I said, my dad contracting colon cancer that ended up spreading into his bladder and to his liver was a huge wake-up call for me, and that everybody has said, okay, well, now that your family is, your mom and your dad got cancer, now it's your turn. So right now, as far as I know, I'm cancer-free, but again, I have to go get checked out to make sure. So, but it is what it is, just life goes on, and we just deal with it. So my dad's better. He's home now. But he has to do the chemotherapy stuff, so that's why you'll see videos like this one when I can, but I'm going to be taking care of my dad until he gets back on his feet, which he will. He'll get back on his feet. Fortunately for him, and I tell everybody, he was bowling. He likes to bowl. He's a bowler. He likes to go out and bowl, and he's got a network of friends that he has after my mom passed away during his bowling league and church and things like that made it so he can, he has a somewhat active lifestyle, and that is a contributing factor to him getting better. Well, it looks like we're here at runway 112, and we'll just get lined up here for the runway. Flaps down to half, which is takeoff flaps. You can see you got a little bit of poofy clouds in the air. The clouds are SkyMax Pro version 3.3. 3.2, and I don't have 4.0. I just don't have the financial resources to do it. I was barely lucky I had enough money to be able to get X-Plane 11, let alone anything else with all the drama that I'm having to deal with. So I'm running with what I got, I can afford to get. So anyway, we gotta get that transponder on too. I better do that. Oh, come on, be nice to me. Passengers are pissed off. They're at 66%, so that's fine. They'll be happy once I get them in the air and I get food in their gut. And we'll go ahead and take off. Pull and get ourselves off the ground. Now it's kind of a bobby takeoff there. I better slow down a little bit. And the scenery you are seeing is ortho. I want to give huge props to Forkboy2 over at the .org, xplane.org, where he uploaded through BitTorrent. I'll go ahead and turn that on. That'll freak him out a little bit. And we'll get this thing settled out here. Now we're going to climb like crazy, and you should hear the screams. There we go. We got the screams. Good. We know we're doing our flight right when we got the screams from the passengers. But the ortho is freaking awesome. I just really, really like it. I was a staunch person that didn't like orthos, saying that, orthos is just you're painting over a picture. Why would I want to do that? Why want to fly over a picture? But after having these orthos at Fork Boy uploaded to the org store, it's just kind of like, wow, that really makes a difference. They are kind of smoky or foggy looking thing. It's because probably the satellite image and combination with X-Plane itself, adding the environmentals out of the box X-Plane. And by the way, I am running X-Plane 11 beta 17. I guess they released that this morning here, the 25th of March. And it looks like the well, that's interesting. Why did it only go to 8,000 feet? That's strange. Maybe I only had 8,000 feet in there. That's probably what it was. It went to 11,000. Well, we're gonna fix that. I hit the right one. We'll get to 11,000 feet real quick. I must have had it at 8,000. Wasn't paying attention. And we'll back to that. Now look how fast I'm going right now. Back to indicated airspeed. Well, so much for staying under 250 knots below 10,000 feet, right? Oh well. Can't cry over spilled milk now. And I also didn't do my landing gear lights, didn't come on. I did not do my beacon. Oh well. Oh well, way it goes. But anyway, like I said, the orthos are just freaking awesome. I like them. Frame rates have suffered because of them, and with SkyMax 3.3, my frame rates have suffered as well. I'm not getting the fluid like I have had in the past, but it is what it is, you know. Just kind of rock on. You can see the Rose Bowl right there. Yes, it's flat because it's a picture, but still, hey, it's there. And now I'm going to turn my now immediately, now that we're level, we'll release our
You can resume your duties.
and then we'll start the in-flight movie. Give them something to drink.
We have started serving refreshments.
See, it's only going to be 5 minutes on the drinks and 5 minutes on the food. But I'm going so fast that it won't take me very long and I'll be there. So. And then that right there, I think that is Irwindale Speedway. I think that's what that is. I was looking for, but it doesn't look right though, because this right here is a 210 freeway right here. This right here is probably Mission Boulevard. See, this is the advantage of knowing the area, because I've been in this area for 30 years, so you kind of get to know the area on the ground, and then you translate that into the air, and I think that's El Monte Airport right there. So I actually don't know what that is. Oh, I know what that is. That's a Santa Anita racetrack. That's what that is. Because that's Pasadena right there. So yeah, okay. And this is the fun thing about orthos. You kind of look down and it's like, oh yeah, but that's what that is. That's the Santa Anita racetrack. Horse racing. That's, to be more specific, what's horse racing. Because there, right there, there's Interstate 10 going right there, and there is a highway. Well, it's interstate, but it's really a highway. 605 freeway. And let's see, I think one of these is the dam. I think the dam is right here. There's a dam right here. Overflow spillway. You can see all the other spillways that are there. And of course now the clouds are going to kill us for all our sightseeing tour here. That's a city of industry right there. That's why you see most of the industrial buildings there. That's X-Plane has done a good job in populating big buildings in this area, because the city of industry is what it says it is. It's a lot of commercial buildings and whatnot in that area. And just kind of cruises and winds all the way around until you get to Diamond Bar, which used to be Diamond Bar Ranch, you know, back at the turn of the century. You can see a piece of it right there. That, I believe, right there, my mouse is going over, is the 57 freeway, and that's the 60 freeway right there. And now we're making our turn. We don't really get much eye candy down here, the clouds. But your grand tour of Southern California on your way to Big Bear Lake. I didn't say it right. Southern California, as they say in on the radio. Like whatever. And we're coming up to Pomona right now. There is the 57 freeway. That is Highway 71 right there, and then there is the 57 freeway going south. And like I say, there's 10 Kellogg basically call this the Kellogg interchange. Why, I don't know. And there is Brackett Field. I think that's what Pomona is Brackett Field. That's what that is right there. That's kind of cool. They took picture when they took this image, and you can see a little boat right there, which is kind of cool. I don't see the Raider Hole though. Quick story about the Raider Hole. See, there's 57 freeway. There's oh, that's because it's 57 freeway. That's why Raider Hole's back over at 605. Hey, we got some. They're not liking the fact that the airplane is making abrupt turns. That's okay. When I fly over there, I'll tell you a story about the Raider Hole one day. This little airport right here, I don't know that one offhand. We're passing Brackett Field, unless that's the one that's closed. Yeah, it's Cable Airport. Okay. Yeah, Cable still exists. Cable Airport. Cable Airport still exists. It's the other one down here because we're coming up to Ontario Airport right here. And this is one thing I like about the orthos that I'm high on, because I could sit there and share with you guys my experience, especially Southern California, because I live here. And the 30 years I've lived here, I know all these places, and I can tell you stories that I've experienced and things like that, just to bring up a little bit of entertainment value to my videos. Ontario Airport's right here. Looks like I need a better, hopefully somebody at the org has built a better Ontario Airport. Back in the day, when Ontario Airport was, because Ontario Airport's a fairly new airport, and I think it was back in the 80s. 7-Eleven had a big, corporation had a big to-do over there at one of the hotels. We had to go there and set up, me and my dad had to go there and set up some ATMs and stuff like that, for the basically demos of this is what you can have in your stores, an ATM machine that customers can get cash, and then they'll spend that cash in your store to generate more revenue for your franchise, and that kind of things like that. Kind of the song and dance. But anyway, that's Ontario Airport right there, and there is the Speedway, which I know what the name of the Speedway here escapes me right now, and I'm sure somebody in the comments below will say, hey Dion, that's the so-and-so Speedway. For sake of argument, I'll call it the California Speedway, but they actually have a name for it, but that's what that is right there, which is cool. In standard X-plane not having the orthos, you'd never see that. Which is really neat. Now the airport we're coming to right now, which is right over here, this airport, matter of fact, I was by this airport Tuesday, and here we are Saturday the 25th. So last Tuesday, as of this recording, I was there and I drove right by it, and it's still there, but it is closed.
Captain, we have finished serving refreshments.
All right, so now we're gonna do the
Captain, we have started serving food.
Okay, I'm going to slow us down to 230 knots. And the reason why is because I got to be able to get the time in. You see, that 5 minutes wasn't really 5 minutes. It was more like 10, 15 minutes or something. It was a little longer than that. So to be able to make everything work, because I still have to take into account for landing. So having landing is a big deal. So I get my points go up if I have landing. So I've got to, and for some reason, I guess when we did that one turn, I hurt some of the attendants. And the only reason why I didn't hurt the passengers is because they were in their seats. So that's why they're still okay. But I haven't got the complaint for them that they want to use the bathroom, which is kind of silly because you know, this airplane does not have a bathroom. No, this airplane, just a little bitty airplane. See, nothing back there. Okay, now what's happening right now is we're going to the last waypoint, and because I put in the approach. I'm looking at the approach right now. Well, you can see the approach right there. Look at how screwed up that is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take over the flight, and I'll just use my heading to vector myself in, I think. Unless that's the unless all those little jiggy-jaggy lines are because of the if you missed approach. So we'll try that and see what happens. If it starts to go haywire, because I'm still under time constraint, if it goes haywire, then I will adjust it accordingly. But anyway, there's San Bernardino. That used to be a military operation base right there in San Bernardino, but since they converted into a private and retained the airport, so, which is cool. And here we're flying over Highland. There is Highway 130, or I'm sorry, 30. And then there's the 215 right there, going all up to into the Interstate 15, which you catch right here. And then you go to Vegas, take off, and you go right along this in the Spiria area, and go from there. So because of the erratic behavior of the flight, this thing does not have limited, I can't limit the turns. So, just too bad. But orthos are freaking awesome. I've been a convert now. I've totally converted myself of poo-pooing them off to like, yeah, this is nice. This is good. And I think I'm going to slow myself down even more because we're getting close. 210 knots. And as you can see, we are at 61%. But yeah, they're sweet. My biggest problem with using the orthos, though, that I'm finding, and you may find the same thing, if you don't have an SD drive, like a gigabyte SD drive, or if you're not using the M2, M.2, or whatever they call it, using the PCI Express slot as you're accessing your hard drive, which is the new latest and greatest technology, you'll find that these things, that your sim starts to clip because it's trying to load all the orthos into memory fast enough as you're flying. And then the faster your aircraft goes, obviously the more clipping you're going to get because it's trying to catch up. You're flying faster than the screen can load. Even with my GTX 980 Ti, I'm having issues. And I don't even dare try this with my 3-monitor setup, which I'd love to do because that's really my ultimate goal. Having 3 monitors is awesome. Or having the HTC Vive or something like that, which I don't own, but if I did, that'd be nice too. Or something like that, you know, Oculus Rift, whatever. Anyway, so that's pretty much that with the SimBuddy thing. So we're just trying to get them done serving food. We're seeing at 89%, so I'm going to slow us down even more to 180 knots. Let's get back into the cockpit here. Now, granted, I'm seeing the eye candy because I live here, and so I'm able to take advantage of it. I am really hoping that somebody will step up to the plate that lives, that can basically, or some company or something would start doing the entire world like this. That way, me as somebody who is grounded here in Southern California can be able to fly to Japan, fly to Russia, fly to Europe and that sort of thing, and start seeing orthos like this. I'm going to go ahead and start reducing altitude here and get ourselves down to 8,000 feet. I could probably get around with 7,500. We need to land pretty quick. And we're still only at 72%. Oh no, they're doing tidying up. They're doing trash. I'll end up taking over the airplane at one point anyway. And I need to expedite my descent. I'll do it down to 2K. Well, they haven't complained yet about using a bathroom, so that's good. And there's Big Bear right there. I'll go over here and take a peek out there. I'm trying to slow us down. Slow us down to 160 knots so I can throw some flaps out. There's the airport right there. May have to just kind of just fly around a little bit just to kill time. I'll leave us at, I got us down to 65, but I think I need to go back up to 8,500 feet or something. Look how close I'm getting close to these mountains here.
Captain, we have finished serving food.
Stay at 8,500 right now.
1,000.
Now you know why. I'm also slowing our speed down as well. Okay, so food is done. They're happy, so let's prepare for landing.
Flight attendants, prepare the cabin for landing.
And you can see now that I fed them, I made it.
Captain, the in-flight entertainment has ended.
And right now they're at 100%. It'll be down to right around 75 when I'm done here, because I'm going to have to sit here and while we're waiting for them to get the cabin ready to go. Or they can sit there and enjoy the view. I have the lights on this whole time? Oh, for safety, right? Yeah, that's what it is, for safety. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And while we're just tootling around here, I'll just come around, I'll go over there, and I'll be taking over the... Actually, you know what? We're still okay. We'll let the... let the nav take care of it. There's a quick little story out here real quick. I'm sitting here going down. I'm coming off of Big Bear, which is this road right here that we're passing right now. You come on down, you go on down over here, and you're heading down to, I forgot the name of this area over here. And I'm sitting there coming down this road right here. This is back in 1991-ish, 92, along in that time frame somewhere. And here comes this big, huge F-14. It flies right over me, less than 1,000 feet above me. You know, talk about rattling my teeth. But still, it was freaking awesome at the same time. If I wasn't in the flight simulation and in the flight in general, the person that whoever was flying that jet, they would have pooped in their pants. But it was just freaking awesome. He just came right over and he was flying around. He was flying low to the ground and just kind of just, effing around. And it was just kind of like really cool to see. Fortunately, he didn't run into me, thank God. But like I said, it was just epic, and it was just one of those experiences that you don't get. It's one of those once in a lifetime experience. But yeah, he just kind of just floating around. I guess I better go back to the what I was talking about over here. But this is the area I was talking about here. When you're coming down off of this hill, off of this road, and yeah, it was just freaking awesome. I was getting all giddy over it, and being scared out of my mind at the same time. But like I said, it's back in 91-ish or so.
Captain,
all right.
the cabin is secure.
Cabin is secure, so...
Flight attendants, seats for landing.
All right, we'll let it go. So let me go ahead and increase our speed a little bit because now that we're get back up to 200 knots. Because right now we'll finish up letting this thing follow the flight path. Then we can enjoy the high desert. And there's another road. This road right here. This is the back way. You go through 29 Palms to take you over to Palm Springs. So if you don't want to go down 215 freeway, then hit the 10 freeway, and if there's traffic or whatever, and if it's really bad or if it's closed or whatever, then this is an alternate way to get there. But it's a long way around. It's borderline. It definitely borderlines on not really worth it. But yeah, you can take that highway. I forgot what the highway name was. 247. I'm looking at SimBuddy right now. 247. And by the way, that incident that I was telling you about, that was Lucerne Valley, and that's where that is, out there where you see those little patches of vegetation and stuff out there. That's Lucerne Valley. Hey, they're cheering. Not really. They're scared out of their mind. Again, that's because SimBuddy needs to work on adjusting their tolerance level for when you're in small little airplanes like this. Because again, I can't adjust the degree of bank. It is what it is. And that's why my happiness suffers, because it is what it is. Some situations it's just not my fault. Other times, and this landing that you're about ready to see is going to be my fault, because I suck at landing in this thing. I'll get it on the ground, but it's going to suck. Actually, I'm supposed to be at, right now I'm supposed to be at 9,700 feet. So I bet you I need to get up. I bet you I could clear these mountains. It's probably going to go right over these mountains here. So let me get to 9,700 feet. I should still be able to clear these things. Shouldn't be a problem. But I'm just all giddy with the orthos. Should line me up at the airport. Or get close to it anyway. I'm going to go ahead and take us down to 85. That's too high. Where I was. And I'm going to slow us down to 160 knots. So I can get my flaps out without having drama. Take us down to 82. Right now I really can't see the airport too well. Oh, there it is. There she is. Yeah, I need to lose a lot of altitude. I don't know what the elevation of this airport is. I didn't look that up. Let me see if it says over on SkyVector. Quickly enough. SkyVector, please tell me quickly, what is the elevation? Big Bear Lake. 8,300? Really? Okay. Alright, well that's fine. 8,300. Not really, because I'm at 8,300 right now. Alright, well I'm taking control. Flaps 1. Gear down. I get to control, get everybody freaked out, and that's okay. We'll come down here and kiss the earth a little bit.
1,000.
1,000. And all lights are on. We're good to go there. Still can't see the freaking airport that well. Guessing it's right about there somewhere. I don't even see the pappy lights. Or I'm getting old. Oh, there's the pappy lights, but still.
500.
Yes, yes, yes. I'll butt my nose up a little bit, or I'll give it a little more power.
400.
Yeah, it says that I'm way too low right now. RNAV says I'm way too low. Oh well, then I'll just pull back. It's too much pull back. There we go, now we're starting to come in.
300.
300. Alright, fine, I'll just this way.
200.
Yeah, see, I'm way too low and I'm off to the right. Or left. I need to get to the right. And look at those trees. Guess I'll crab in, I guess. What's gonna end up happening.
100.
I'll go right through those trees. Those trees are not supposed to be
50,
there.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Ooh, ouch. Ouch. Well, I hit that one kind of hard. Like I said, I like my turboprops better. Don't go as fast, but I like my turboprops better. I can land those. Especially my MU2. And now I need to do the thing. So, do the thing where it says...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our destination. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. This will indicate that we have parked at the gate and that it is safe for you to move about. Please check around your seat for any personal belongings you may have brought on board with you, and please use caution when opening the overhead bins, as heavy articles may have shifted around during the flight. On behalf of the entire crew, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future.
Yeah, my sink rate. You can see my sink rate, 341, so that's going to count against me. Oh, look at 48%. They didn't like my landing. Went from 100% all the way down to 48%. Whatever. Can I do cargo? Please? Can I do cargo? Cargo doesn't bitch. Cargo doesn't care. I just gotta find where the terminal is. I think terminal. No aircraft diagram. Well, I think it's right here somewhere. Those are the helipads, right? Those are the helipads. I don't know. Those are supposed to represent the terminal or what? I don't know. You know what we're gonna do? I see a lot of T's and stuff right here, so let's just park right here. We made it to our destination. And I'll spin around and I'll choose over there. There's a good spot. We'll take this spot right here. And boom. Brakes on. Alright, taxi light off. Killed the engines. Navigation light off. Turn on the doors. Kill the generators. All lighting is off. Is that correct? Yes, it is. So we're good to go there. Zip on back over here to the right monitor. Have them secure the doors. We can't do that because you're not unbuckled. Okay.
Flight attendants, doors to manual.
Doors. Let them do their thing. Let's see. I'm gonna see all the hate mail I'm gonna get from my passengers now. Look at 4 are scared, 6 are worried, and I only have 5 people. So go figure on that one. I gotta wait for them to secure the doors,
Captain, doors are set to manual.
and then I'll go over here and I unseat them. I'm looking at the what that says. Okay, fine, whatever. See, when I see buy, or if they say a great flight or whatever, that's when you're in the 80s stuff. Because he just said buy, like, get me off of this airplane. Yeah, well, that's the way it goes. Okay, so now, this is all done here. So what we do is we close the SimBuddy in-flight alpha thing. And then we will go over here to the other monitor. And then we'll jump back over here to SimBuddy. You can see the landing. That sort of thing, which is cool. And then we'll go over here to the VA. And over here to the flight log. Manage. Flight log. Did it complete for me? Yes, it did. Okay. How bad was it? Well, it wasn't too bad. It's 79%, so that could have been. And we made 1,800 bucks. So, hey, I made 1,800 bucks. That's all I care about. I made 1,800 bucks. Actual flight was 20 minutes. The difference of 9 minutes. I ate 85 gallons of fuel. I requested 110. And so it's a difference of 25. So no big deal there. Landing data, sync rate. Yeah, I did crappy on the sync rate. Over, yes, I went over the speeds discounted against me because I went too fast at takeoff. Music played fail. That always has that, so I don't even care about that anymore. It's like whatever. Passengers worried. Try to get those down, but see, I don't understand that because I had my they were fastened the whole time, and then I unfastened them at the last minute. Again, they're set up for a big tube liner and not a little bitty airplane. So these right here failed. That's probably counted against me a little bit. But bottom line, I don't really care as long as I got my money. That's all I care about. Show me the money. So we're closer. Now I just got to get to my next tier aircraft. I've got 71,000 to go. So hey, getting there. Something like that. 70? Yeah, 71,000. Yeah, that's right. 71,000 to go. And then that's the flight path right there. So we're good to go there. I'll hit back. It's got to load. As you can tell, it's a little slow, the server loading this up. Either the server's slow or it's my internet connection. It's one of the two. But usually my internet connection is just on all my other stuff is pretty speedy. So I just think it's something that has to do with the server, or the fact that the server is based out of UK, I believe. And because it's based out of UK and I'm way over here in Southern California, I probably getting some lag or whatever. So anyway, everyone, I definitely appreciate you guys watching this video. Matter of fact, no, before I let you go, let's go ahead and have some fun. Now that I've got, I'll turn off the SimBuddy thing, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's go ahead and toggle the replay. And let's knock it back to right about there. Go back a little further, there. Back a little further, there. Okay, that's about right. And then let's go over here to external shots. Let's hit the runway. Okay, I don't know which runway you're hitting. Okay, you're hitting the right one. All right. And I probably will let me go back. Yes. Let's go back a little ways. Let's go on the runway, but I want to see the landing. Back to right about there. And then, okay, there's where you would touch down, which I didn't touch down right there. I touched down like right over here somewhere. Let's go back a little bit. We'll do right in your face shot. Okay, so now here's real time. Well, non-accelerated. So I'm going to go right through those trees right there when it gets to me. Wait for it. Wait for it. For it. That's interesting. Oh, there I coming into view. Also, this is called debriefing, by the way, just so you know. And let's see how bad I land. And boom. Ouch. Well, I made it. As you can tell. Kind of dancing around the airport, or the runway. Cool. Let's see. So now I'm going to pause it. And then I'm going to see if one last time, then I'll let you guys go. Let's see what it looks like from the tower. Do we have a tower shot? And no, we don't have a very good tower shot. So that means I'll have to go like this or something. What do they consider the tower? This building right here is the tower? Okay. They really don't have a tower. Okay. All right, so now we'll back. And boom. Then I'll zoom in. And I'll lower our eyeball point a little bit. And let's go normal speed. Coming in right here. Zoom, 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 zoom. Got the shadows. Ouch. You can tell that still hurt. No, that was like it stuck there. And I whipped out the flaps the last second to increase more drag. But it worked. Well, there you have it. Landed, lived another day, and I got $1,800 out of the deal, or $1,900 or whatever it was. Cool beans. Very, very cool beans. But like I said, definitely orthos definitely increase the immersion factor, in my opinion, up. And so I highly recommend, if you have the hard disk space and the computer, to get orthos. I highly recommend you do it. At least Fork Boy 2's orthos, because it takes a long time, because they are compressed, and then you got to turn around and use your CPU and your GPU to expand them out. And he's got the instructions on each individual one that you download from the org. So you shouldn't have a problem there. But like I said, you know, it's definitely worth it. I really highly recommend it now. Well, I didn't before. I poo-pooed them off before, but I was wrong. I was mistaken. Never say wrong. I was mistaken. And they do bring up and gives you, especially if you've been there, it gives you stories that you can talk about, that joggles your memory of things that has happened in the past, that you can tell your audience, such as I'm doing right now, to you. So anyway, you guys take care. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I gotta go back and go up and take care of my dad. My son's up there right now taking care of him, and so it's time to trade off. pretty quick here, and until my dad gets back up to health. His chemo is going to start in about a couple of weeks, so we'll have to see how he receives chemo and how his body reacts to chemo and getting the last of the what was not being able taken out of cancer, because there's cancer cells still in his body and that sort of thing. So it is what it is. And then, of course, like I said before earlier in the video, because both my parents now have gotten of cancer, then that means I'm next. And it's a scary thought, but it is what it is. All we can do is just live, and just deal with it. So anyway, you guys take care and you have yourselves a great one. This is Dion Soul out here on the road in wherever I'm at in Big Bear City in Big Bear, California, USA. Take care, guys. Bye bye.